Hi guys, it is Carol from Lily Rose Blue. How are you this evening? It is Friday, May 31st. So, first of all, Astrid and Arnold, Amber, and the triplets. Yes, indeed. Whoops, and a button as a bonus. Angel, Adam, Asa. All right. Oh, I've got several things to talk to you about tonight. Hopefully some of it is entertaining. Hopefully some of it is, I don't know. Sometimes we just need to share, right? So, I will start off with just some things that I played with. This is an envelope. This is a business reply envelope. I just continue to love playing with those. And I just keep, sometimes when I can't think of anything else to do, this is what I pull out because it's almost like a comfort thing for me. You know, it's like my default. I wanted to trim that up a little bit. Yep, there's still just a little bit here. Love my cutter bee scissors. So this is from a map of Minnesota. You can see International Falls, Minneapolis, Marshall, Brainerd, Bemidji, some things that maybe you've heard about. So that's that. And then on the back is a map of the city of Rochester, Minnesota, home of the Mayo Clinic. And this is just book page. But yeah, this is a little bit bigger than some of the other ones that I've played with. So there's that. And then last night I made this. This is like an offcut of like one of these envelopes. And, you know, why throw that away when you can make it into a cute little pocket? So underneath here is some green, it was green, large squared graph paper, and I also tea dyed it. This is a napkin. This is a large print word find. And again, this is that same paper. This is just pink cardstock. And then this is something that I got from Angela, cut off of file folders from patient files. The minute I opened that up and saw that, I knew exactly what it was. Having worked in a medical office in the past. So yeah, just a cute little, I just think this size is adorable. Then I made this a little bit different orientation, right? You know, I could add more to it. I may decide to, but I kind of like it. Sometimes I'm more simplistic in my junk journaling. I don't know. I feel I don't want to take away from what's here. I could also see finding some pink paper that's this shade and maybe putting a tab or something on here. I don't know. But I love the blue, pink, and gold accents. And that is, I wasn't going to use this because that cluster sticks up pretty far. But I thought, well, if it's on the inside, you know, of a journal cover, or who knows, I just decided to go with it. The other thing that I did, and I cannot find it now, which is really not a good thing at all. I found a picture of a pheasant and I cut it out so that it fit within this circle. And this is a CD, paper CD holder. I put it inside of this circle and used Stays On ink and stamped along the edge, because Stays On ink you can use on this kind of, I don't know what you call this. Yeah. Anyway, you know what I mean. This type of thing. It won't smear. It dries right away. It won't smear. Other kinds of ink would. So that's why I use Stays On. I plan to probably tea dye some of these CD holders. The one that I did, because I hadn't tea dyed it, I just took some distress ink and went all around it and then stamped it. I sure hope I find that, because it was a pheasant and I wanted it for my nephew's journal. Yeah. Anyway, and then I think I've shared with you that I have a whole bunch of these paper coasters. This is from Toppling Goliath, which is a brewery, I never can say that, brewing company, I can say that, in Decorah, Iowa. Pretty famous, at least in this area of the country. So I just want to keep playing with these. And I have some that are circles like this, which is perhaps a little bit more challenging, and some that are squares. I'll keep playing. My idea is to put acrylic paint or gesso on the top of this, and you know, just do collaging is actually what I thought of, or cutting an image out of, you know, a magazine catalog. Now this isn't quite the right dimensions, but you know, just making some ephemera with it. You know, you could put this image, and then wouldn't that be a great tuck spot? Pretty substantial tuck spot. So there is that. So I will tell you, it's about 7 o'clock on Friday the 31st. Life got very interesting about 5 o'clock last night. Got a phone call from my daughter in Minnesota saying that Blue of Lily Rose Blue, I think you guys know my channel's named after my grandkids, that they had been, you know, kind of throwing up and not feeling well, and had not gone to school yesterday, or all day, or half of a day the day before. This is one of the 10-year-olds, almost 11-year-olds, that you can hardly, she's not quiet. We'll just say that. And while her sister is an athlete as well, I would say Blue is a crazy athlete, crazy good athlete. Likes all kinds of different sports, just all kinds of things. And actually, Rose, her twin sister, I don't mean to say that she's not an athlete, because she is a very good volleyball player and did really well this year in their track that they did. Then Blue had been sleeping off and on for 2 days, which is also, this is a kid who hates naps. So that was not normal. So she had gotten up from a nap and kind of collapsed in the hallway. My daughter and the other granddaughter were doing some errands someplace else. So her dad, my son-in-law, kind of scooped her up, took her to the emergency room. You know how this kind of thing goes. It took us until about 2:30 this morning until we knew that it was her appendix. So she had surgery this afternoon. It was not, they didn't think it was in danger of rupturing. So she was on the surgery schedule, but kept getting bumped because of more critical cases. And this was at a children's hospital as well. So, that's good. I'm glad she was there. She was in the queue, like literally waiting to go in, had another emergency. So she had surgery around 3 o'clock, this 2:30-ish, 3 o'clock this afternoon. Was back in her room like an hour and 30 minutes later. They said she had to be able to use the bathroom and eat. She did those things. And then just a little bit ago, I got a picture of her dressed to go home. So it's crazy. It is just crazy how fast kids, first of all, how in medicine these days, we just have this, take care of them and get them out kind of a deal. It's also pretty incredible how quickly kids rebound. It sounds like that they did it laparoscopically, so she has an incision in her belly button, and I think that's it. So, the best outcome that we could have hoped for. I mean, of course, you don't want them to have surgery, but if anything is wrong, this is something that is pretty routine. And, she's going to recover from pretty quickly. So, we feel blessed in that respect. Initially, though, it was pretty darn scary. You never want to see a very healthy kid just collapse. So yeah, I feel like I've aged 10 years in the last 24 hours. Yeah. And we were just together this past long weekend. So yeah, it's been something. And I've also been a bit under the weather. So there you go. There's that. Moving on, I wanna share a couple other things with you. This is a Childcraft book. Some of the pages had already been torn out of it when I got it, so I did not feel bad about harvesting this for junk journaling, right? Don't ever try to take one of these books apart. I was initially going to try to keep this cover. Maybe if I trimmed it, maybe I still could. This book, and it's from 1983. This book is like Fort Knox. So it was glued, and it had these wicked staples in it. Initially, I wasn't having any luck using my X-Acto knife and the ruler. So then I was trying to tear it apart. Broke the blade on the X-Acto knife. This one. That's a story too. So then I went to its backup and used the ruler and was able to harvest this book. It was not easy. However, there's something about these pages, which are mostly matte finished, I would say, which is great. Excuse me. Sorry, that wasn't nice. This was a challenge So I just wanted to show you, some of the images. I'm going to go back, and I don't know why that's in farmland. Some of this I'm keeping for myself, either for, there are some raptors in here. There are some owls, which are raptors too, but I have an owl journal that I'm going to do at some point in time. There's some raptors, which, if you watched my video from last weekend, we're big raptor fans in our family. And there were also some pheasant, quail, those kinds of birds, which I wanted to harvest for my nephew's junk journals that I really want to get working on. However, there are sections of this book, and I want to share these with others if you were interested, which is the main reason I got on here to do the video. Birds of sea and shore. So for those of you that are, live on the coast, that might be great. Here's birds of the jungle. This makes me think of Suzanne in Australia. And I know you're not necessarily in the jungle, Suzanne, but parrots and those kinds of things. Some birds of the mountains, birds of the desert, and then there's, just what is a bird? I need to, then I guess these are mine below. So if you are interested in any of these selections, I am happy to send them to you. I do not ever foresee me doing anything with these birds. I just don't. But I don't want to waste these images, particularly since this is just a nice matte finish. So, you can comment on this video if you're interested in these pages, or you can email me, and I will try to remember to put my email in the description just so you have it. I actually have two, and I kind of use them interchangeably, so it doesn't matter which one you email me on. So this was just me hopping on to show you. So this was my stress craft that I was doing last night and for a while. And then I sat, I shouldn't say sat, I laid down and watched TV for hours, which is, I'm not saying it's healthy or the right thing. I'm saying that's what I could handle last night or early this morning. Watched a lot of Dr. Pol, the Incredible Vet. So there's that. I will also, in another video, Gardens commented how much she enjoyed seeing the trims that I had organized. And so I will do another quick video of all my other trims, just for gardens and just in case anybody else is interested. I wanted to share those. I sure wished I could find my pheasant that I made. He's here somewhere. I don't know. I was also, so I got these, and there's two more. I got these from Amazon. So there's 4 knives. The other two happen to be green and black, which is neither here nor there. Got them from Amazon. They came with, 4 in a box, 20 replacement blades, and I got them for $10. I got all of it for $10. Now, did I get what I paid for when, this blade broke? Maybe, maybe not. I have never seen a book quite put together like this one. So, I hesitate to blame the knife for my woes. But this is the brand. Again, I got it on Amazon, or as Carrie the Paper Monkey would say, from Uncle Jeff, right? I got these from Uncle Jeff. They're very ergonomic, and that was one of the things I was looking for. And honestly, I'm going to admit this, sometimes I'm not very patient, and I knew I wanted to take this book apart, and most all of the other utility knives, either from Amazon or Walmart or Target or whatever, it was going to be midweek before they got here. And I was too impatient, and I did not want to wait. And I really didn't want to go into a store, to pick one up. So, I think they're good, and they're lightweight, but yet they don't feel cheap. I think this one broke because I was trying to pry up this heavy duty staple that was with, in that much paper. I think it was my own fault. Anyway, I'll let you know. I finished the project with its sister knife. And I did like it, and it was easy to hang on to and to handle and to use, which was the other thing I was looking for. So anyway, that's my story about the kata knives, I guess you would say. Thank you guys for watching. Take care, stay safe, have some fun, and God bless. Night night.